What's up, guys? My name is Mike Donnell. I'm here to talk to y'all about my new album that's out everywhere. First song on the album is called Peach Shine. So we're playing a show in Louisiana last year, and we like to take a few shots before we go on stage, just kind of loosen up, get the jitters out. And this guy comes up to us backstage. Now, we're like 10 minutes from hitting the stage. He comes up to us and he claims that he makes his own moonshine, and would we like to try some? Yes. So that was the worst idea that we've had, because as soon as I took a swig, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I got real red in the face, instantly mixed with everything else that I had been drinking that night. Let's just say we hit the stage a little more loose than we usually do. Mr. Wrong. This subject right here is pretty hard for me to hit on without offending people. That seems to be one of my MOs. But you know, if you set it to some pretty music, it seems to be received okay. In a nutshell, it's about those girls that everybody knows that goes out every night and turns down good guy after good guy while they date loser after loser. And then they want to talk about how there's no good guys left in the world. And I hear guys do the same thing. It goes both ways, like I'm sure y'all are gonna say. But somebody once told me that your vibe attracts your tribe. And I think that means if you go out and you constantly surround yourself with the nightlife and drinking and closing each bar down, then you're gonna attract those kind of people. And those kind of guys are gonna portray you in that manner. But I'm not here to give relationship advice. I just write songs. With You. This song was actually a Valentine's Day present for my lady. She's a very successful woman, so that means when she wants something, she just goes out and buys it. It's very hard to shop for this woman. But instead of getting her another necklace or bracelet or whatever, I wrote her this song. And Valentine's Day morning, I was at work, and she comes out, and I had a laptop, set up on the bar that said "Play Me," roses and stuff everywhere, and that was this song. She liked it, she cried, so success. Personally, I've had a pretty rough past with relationships, meaning that none of them ever worked out. I kind of got to a point where I just gave up and stopped trying with the whole relationship thing. I was single for like 5 years, and they always say as soon as you give up, that person's gonna walk into your life. And sure enough, she did. So this is actually gonna be the next song that I push to Texas radio. I'm running a campaign with Spacek Company and Ed Spacek. He's got several #1 hits on Texas radio under his belt, so I'm really hoping that this song can open up some doors for us and take us to places that we have yet to get. Because the man I am with you is better than the one I was before. People Change. This is a duet that I recorded with Krista Baradat. And it's basically your common heartbreak story, especially here in Texas when guys always working oil and gas and they're out of town all the time, or a musician, always on the road. You gotta make time for what's important, or eventually you guys are just gonna grow apart. Pass smooth out. There's a few things that songwriters tend to steer clear of, a few subjects, and suicide is definitely one of them. It's difficult to write about, but I think I did this one justice. When you lose a loved one to suicide, you're left with two emotions, sadness and anger. It's a very conflicting moment for someone, and I think I captured it well in this song. Right off the bat with the music, and the musicality, it's contradicting because the verses are in a major key. They're happy and uplifting sounding. If you listen to the lyrics, not so much. But in the choruses, that's when the sadness sets in and the seriousness. In the lyrics, it talks about how the loss of this person has become kind of a burden to them. They're angry, and they're also sad at the same time. People don't like to show how sad they are, so it's very easy to cover up with anger. And in most cases, people will end up turning to the bottle, thinking it'll make it easier. It does not, it makes it harder. And then in the bridge, they finally break down and confess that you know, they miss this person, and it's just so hard to deal with, and they wish they could just forget this person even existed so they can get some sleep and move on. Like I said, it's hard to deal with. Everybody deals with it differently. So if you have been affected by suicide, this song is gonna hit you right here. And the reason that I wrote it and added it to the album is because I just wanted you guys to know you're not alone.
Lay down. I'll be drunk enough to pass smooth out, drunk enough to sleep through the night.
Bar tab. This one right here goes out to all the females who've ever worked in a bar. It's about those guys that, you know, walk in like they're hot stuff, like they own the place, and think they're gonna pick up the hot bartender just because they brought her something or they tip her real big. Yeah, this song is a pretty rocking song, but overall the album, I feel like it has something for everybody. I got some traditional Texas country sounding songs in there. I got more that hit on the top 40, and I even included a few for the Fighting Gemini fans. I wrote all these songs about real influences in my life, and I'm very proud of the way that this album came out. The album is available anywhere that you can download music right now. I hope you guys get it, hope you like it, hope you share it. Links in the description, or you can check out the website at MikeDonnellBand.com. That's 2 N's and 2 L's.
Sure that your pockets run.